Hi, I'm AnnaMarie Mudd from the Desert View Fitness Center. I'm passionate about golf and aqua fitness. I love aqua fitness to keep the rotation and the strength going, but also there's a lot of things that we can do on land, even standing on the golf course and doing some great stretches. So today I'm going to introduce you to some stretches you may have seen before, but also some exercises that you can do that will help you with your rotation, your stability, and your mobility. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is stretch out our shoulders. So a great way to stretch out your shoulders is just to stretch back, because we don't think about stretching back very often. And we're going to start with the stretch all the way up. And we want our shoulders to rotate, so we're going to rotate our hands till we bring them back to the back position. And we'll just rotate up, thumbs up when you're at the top. Keep those shoulders down as you rotate them back. Pull back, feel the stretch. Let's do 4 more of those. You can do these on the golf course. It'll just get you warmed up for the few things that we're going to do. Pause at the bottom, feel your stretch. That's a great beginning. You can start that off at the golf course just to get a little bit of stretching. Another one I enjoy doing at the golf course that'll help you with your stretching and your rotation is to clasp your hands forward, stand up nice and straight to start with, and we're just going to stretch forward. So we stretch those shoulder blades apart, pushing our hands in opposition. So push your hands tightly against each other. Ideally, we want to hold this stretch for about 30 seconds. Keep your shoulders down, but leaning and pulling forward. And then you'll rotate slightly to the right. And the easy way to do this is just push your hands so you have opposition, so it's helping you to stretch. When you come back to center, and then you would push to the left. You can lean forward into that, lean your chin forward, lean your head down to get you some more stretching. Final stretch, and that should help you to stretch out not only here in back of your shoulders, but also along your arms. So get you some good stretches. Take your golf club. Easy thing to do. This you probably want to do at home. Easy to keep it in the house. You can do this while you're watching TV. So put your hands, so that easy thing to do is golf club butt down so we have a little bit more stability. Hands right on top of the golf club. We're going to get in our golf stance. So bend those hips, get those knees flexed, and all we're going to do is turn our body. We're turning our lower body and shifting. Try to keep your shoulders stable and shift your lower body. This is working on lower body rotation. Shift as we turn our swing, shift as we go through. Shifting and shifting back. Try to keep the weight equally distributed in the middle of your foot, not leaning to side or swaying. Shifting back to the right, follow through to the left. Next one, we're going to use our golf club again, and this is great if you've had rotation problems. You probably have already got this from a physical therapist, and we'll stretch, rotate up, and push and hold. And I want you to keep resistance on both the shaft end and the club head. Shift and hold. Rotate through, shift and hold. Rotate through, shift, and hold. Now you can also practice this keeping your head down like we do as we look at the ball, and shift. You're not going to get as much rotation. But you can keep your head down. So do about 4 each way, keeping pressure on the club. So number 1, it stays close in. And number 2, you're able to shift. You can shift your weight on your knees as you go through to help you to get a better shift. Great job. Let's move on to the resistance band. You can use this a variety of ways. So this is just a simple resistance band. If you have one that shuts in the door, you can do that. You can tie a knot in any band that you have and shut it in the door. We're gonna go in 3 different levels. So our first level is we'll get it at about the correct height for what we're looking at. So we're gonna pull this and get some resistance, and then forward or back and forward. Now notice I have resistance on the band, so it's pulling me towards the wall. And I'm just pulling back and moving forward. Pulling back, try to keep your hand in the same position, back and forward. While we're doing this, we're always trying to keep our shoulders down and not up around our ears. One more. And to be even on both sides, you're going to want to repeat that on the opposite side. So same thing, and you would pull back and forward, so you get both sides. The next one we're going to do is anchor at the bottom of your door. So as you anchor it at the bottom of your door, we're going to hammer it up and just pull. Pull. Now when you pull with resistance bands, you want to pull, pause, and resist the down. Pull, pause, resist. When you're done with that side, switch to the other side so that you have the other side doing the same. Our next one we're going to do is think of your door jamb. So you've got one knot here, one knot here, and one knot here. So we're going to do a similar exercise. Instead of pulling up this time, we're going to pull down. Get it where it's comfortable for you, so you have a little bit of tension, and you're gonna pull and resist up. Pull and resist up. You can also work at, I always try to keep my elbow in because I'm not very good at that on the golf course, so I'll do a few of them, trying to keep that elbow tucked into my side to help me with a reminder. Great job. That'll take care of our resistance training and doing some of our mobility. Now the next thing we're going to work on is going to be kneeling on the ground. We're going to start with our static lunges. So you'll want to start in a split leg stance. When you're starting this exercise, when we're doing a lunge or a split leg, I recommend that you keep your leg not directly in back. It takes more balance to be a narrow stance, but slightly to the outside, about hip distance apart. So you've got your legs lined up, hip distance apart, and we're just gonna lunge down and up. Try to keep your posture, and we're working here on our legs, our quads, do about 8 of those, and then switch to the other side, same thing. Remember, when you do this, you want to keep straight up and down. We're trying not to lean forward or back, straight up and down. You'll do these both on the same side. All right, let's get ready to do some on our knees. All right, so here you see I'm down on my knees. So first we're gonna start and put that front, right, I'm using my left leg in front. You can use left or right. And kneeling down. If it's hard for you to kneel on your knees, add a couple extra pads on the bottom. Or you could do this standing up. You can even do this in the water if you are interested in getting into the pool. So we're going to clasp our hands together in the front, and this is going to help us with stability, balance, and rotation. And we're going to turn and forward. There again, let's keep our shoulders away from our ears. Turn and forward. You might be a little unsteady on these. This one works on your balance. I'm feeling it also as a stretch in your hamstring. As you stretch across, your hamstring is stretching. The goal I would do is about 8 of these also. And we'll switch to the other side, same thing. Now, balance again, if you're hip distance apart, is a little bit easier for balance. As you progress, put those feet so they're more staggered, right in front and in back of each other. And turn. And turn. This is a slow rotation as you turn through, and hold when you come to the back. Pause. Turn. And pause. All right, another great one, and this is more of a stretch, they'll feel good after you're exercising, is you get down into all four, you're on your hands and knees, and we're going to, looking down, straight down, you want your alignment to your shoulders and hands directly below your shoulders. And you're going to pick up, we'll start on the right side, you're going to pick up and turn and look up. And down. Turn, hold, and down. Try to keep your center line all in position, and all we're doing is rotating and down. And on the last one, we're gonna rotate up and reach through to the other side and bring your shoulder closer to the ground. It's easier if you move your hand up, and you should feel a nice stretch throughout your back area here. All right, let's do the other side. As we're rotating, we'll rotate up and down. You might notice that you have more rotation on one side than the other side. This is a slow, steady move with a pause at the top. And our last one here, we're going to come through, reach through, and as I said, if you need to, just move your hand forward and you can get more of a stretch, or keep your hand here. And your goal is to get your shoulder down towards the ground, so you'll feel that stretch as you stretch out your obliques on either side. All right. Great job to do a couple kneeling exercises. Another great one is a plank. All right, the next one, we're standing back in our standing position here, and this is just a squat. Want your legs hip distance apart, and we're going to sit on the chair and reach up. And sit on the chair, reach up. I'd have you do about 8 of these also. If you need balance, have a chair in front and hold on to the chair for your balance. As you get progressively better, you can have more narrow chair sit, so you build up your lower legs. Those are a few golf tips. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope it makes your game better. Thank you from Desert View Fitness.